Hello, and welcome to our training on how to check readability scores. For this training, we will use a free online readability checker that is linked several times throughout the slides. We will be discussing 4 main points today: 2 methods to check the readability of a document, some tips on how to lower the reading level of a document, and some sample readability texts and scores. Method number 1, prep the text by hand before uploading. This is the process that CVHPI recommends for most health education material, as it allows for more control and an increase in accuracy. There are 4 steps to this process. Pick the document you wish to analyze, copy the text from your selected document into a Word document and edit, copy the edited text to the readability website, and finally, view your readability score. You can select any text that you would like to check the readability. We advise that you select a text with at least 300 words, although this is not always possible. When selecting text, try to avoid headings, titles, bulleted lists, and acronyms or abbreviations. The software uses punctuation to determine sentence boundaries. This means that abbreviations like Dr., Mrs., Mr. are all considered a full sentence. If a heading or bulleted list has no period to signal the end of a sentence, the software will consider all the text to be one sentence until it finds a period. Copy your selected text into a document that will allow you to edit the text. During this step, if you were not able to avoid them, you can add periods to headings or bulleted lists. Look for any extra punctuation and try to spell out abbreviations or acronyms. Once you have finished editing the text, copy the edited text and paste it into the text box on the free website. It is possible to do the editing in this text box, but you may not have as clear of a picture as using a traditional word processing software. The free software does have a 500-word limit, but the total number of words can be seen on the screen and edited down as necessary. You will be able to see the total words right here. Once your text is copied, click the button marked Check Readability. You are now able to view your score. Look for the Flesch-Kincaid grade level. Hopefully, the score is 4.9 or below. For the Advancing Health Literacy project, we are looking for a 4th grade reading level on 80% of the health education materials that are distributed. The score of 4.0 to 4.9 means that it is at a 4th grade reading level. 5.0 means 5th grade. You get the idea. If you are working on another project, please check what reading level you are looking for your specific project. Now for the second method. Method number 2 is similar to method number 1, but can be less time-consuming, but also less accurate. This method has only 3 steps. Select your document, upload it directly to the website, and finally, check the score. So step 1, this step is the same as the first step of method 1. Select the text that you wish to analyze. If possible, avoid text with headings, titles, acronyms, abbreviations, and bulleted lists. You will need to have the document stored on your computer so that you can upload it directly onto the website. Click the Select File button on the website. This will take you to a File Explorer window where you will select the file you would like to check. After you have selected the file you wish to check, click the green Readability button. You are now able to view your score, look for the Flesch-Kincaid grade level. Hopefully the score is 4.9 or below. Now for a few tips on how to lower the readability score. The first suggestion is to use your best judgment. Every document is going to be different, so the approach to each should be as well. Aim for shorter words and sentences when possible. Keep the same concept when replacing words, but try to condense and simplify as much as possible. Use the recommendations found in the Content Statistics section. This section provides a count of sentences and syllables, as well as the longest sentence. Use this information to try and break down long sentences into shorter ones. This is an especially important step when you are using method number 2. When you upload your document, the software translates the text into the text box. If the readability score seems high, you are able to edit the text in the text box. Just a note, this will not change anything in the original document, just in the text box. So these next slides contain samples of text that can be found on the Health Education Materials and Class Tracking Workbook. The first screenshot is of the original document in a PDF format. The second screenshot is the same sample of text prepared by hand using Google Docs. You can notice that the original document does not have any periods. These were added when the document was prepared by hand. Again, a comparison of an original document with that prepared by hand. In this instance, there was not much to do when prepping the document by hand. In this case, there was a bit of editing that needed to be done. With the original infographic, there was very little punctuation, so that was added by hand in the Google Doc. As there is no punctuation and the fact that each symptom is accompanied by a graphic, each symptom was followed by a period. Finally, we have a side-by-side comparison of the scores from all 3 documents. The scores on the top is that of the hand-prepared material, while the bottom score was achieved by directly uploading the document. As you can see, there is a slight difference in all of the scores, with the score in the hand-prepped materials being slightly lower in most cases, but not all. None of the documents chosen, however, matched the grade level of 4.9 or below. Studies have shown that this is common with the materials that are available out there, so just keep that in mind when you are looking for more health education material. So now we're going to go ahead and look over how to do one of the random health education materials that are on that list. I just randomly selected this one as I was scrolling down the list. So we will do a hand prep and do a comparison of side by side. So to prepare this by hand, all I'm going to do is select all of the text that I am able, and I'm going to right-click, copy text, and then I will get all of that pasted onto the Google Doc and for our next step. So I copied all of the text that was on the PDF onto this Word document or this Google document here. So I'm going to get rid of some of this extra punctuation, these lines that are here. I'm going to add a period at the end of both of these to make them complete sentences. You will notice that there was some punctuation already on there, periods there, there, and there. So that does make this one a little bit easier to do. So the next step is I'm going to select all of this, and I'm going to, again, copy it, and then I will paste it into the free Readability website. So here we are on the free Readability website. And all I'm going to do is I will paste the text that I just copied into that text box right there. And I will click check readability. And it brings me down to my scores. And we will notice here that we got a 4.7 for our Flesch-Kincaid grade level. So that is about where we want to be. The next part I will show you is how to check it, just uploading the document. Okay, we're on the Readability website again, and this time, instead of pasting anything here in the text box, I'm going to click Select File. And here's that same file that I'd had earlier. I downloaded it to my computer. And then once it's uploaded there, all I'm going to do is click Check Readability. And as mentioned, it translates everything into text into the text box here. And when you scroll down, if you look at the grade level, it's 8.2. So that's much higher than when we had prepared it by hand. And again, you can see some of these, that the way it came out, that's a really long sentence with information that we hadn't copied because it wasn't part of the information they were reading. So that's just something to keep in mind. Have a great day and thank you for watching.